Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. I was like, wait, I think that's right. Hi, AC. Hello, Mia. Hello, Calliope. Hello, Neophyte. How are you? It's good to see everyone. So, I was just thinking. Hi, Jen. I love you. Thank you for the lurk. We currently do point giveaway for the first 3 people in chat. But maybe we do, like, if you get here before the ads are done, you get, like, a point. I don't know. Just a thought I had to be like, you're here early. I don't know. Also, I literally wanted to have my going live message be feeling stabby, but I didn't think that Twitch would allow that, so I put stitchy instead. But just know, in my heart, I'm feeling stabby. So, that's why I'm thinking cross stitch today, because I'm just, I had all this stuff this morning. Yeah, exactly, Calliope. Hi, Theron. I had all this stuff this morning that I was like, oh, maybe I'll work on this. Ooh, maybe I'll work on this. Ooh, maybe I'll... And you know what I did instead? I laid on the couch and did none of it. Now, I had a horrible night's sleep. Did I take a nap? No. Did I think about taking a nap? Yes. But did I? No. I basically just laid on the couch and disassociated all morning. So it's, it's just that kind of a day. And I was just saying, Saren, as you came in, my going live message today was feeling stitchy, because I didn't think that Twitch would allow me to say feeling stabby. But that's the vibe here today. So, welcome. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Turn off my double stream because I was in your chat. Haven't had the stabby vibe in a while. Oh my gosh, Saren. Hi, Mousy. Thank you. Thanks for the lurk. So I opened up my first Diamond Art Club yesterday on stream. And I kitted up most of it. I realized that I needed more of my little trays, so they're coming in the mail. I thought they were going to be here today, but evidently they're going to be here tomorrow. Whatever. Regardless. Because, like, I didn't have enough for my pretty shiny. Hold on. You're wondering, how it went. Hold on. What the hell? Oh my god! What am I doing? Holy crap! Where am I going to hang this? It was double audio? Oh. I wonder... That was me opening my mind. I'm like, what did I get myself into? I'm shook about the size. Honestly. it's huge. And I have 3. I have 3 diamond art clubs. And that's why Elf ended up tagging me in your Discord about, like, how you guys store them as you're working on them. Because I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to put this. It's so big. Pippin, don't ruin her fun. Let her scream with her ball. She's allowed. Did you hear her? That made me so happy that she came all the way down the hall with it. She has been loving. Like, my cats love the inexpensive toys, which I forget who it was yesterday was saying, yeah, it checks out because if they have expensive medical conditions, they have to like the cheap toys. And I was like, Pippin's favorite toy are springs. Artie has her mouse, which is like her favorite toy in the world, but she recently, like for Christmas, discovered the joys of a crinkly ball. That's what she had in her mouth that she was screaming about. Yeah? Oh god, I love that she came down the hall screaming with it. That made me so happy. That is how it goes, yeah. Hi, Tigress! Pippin's eating like the last 3 kibble in Artie's bowl, so whatever. Oh, come on, camera. Where's the cat? I don't see her. Log on to my space. Apparently Willow brought it to you in exchange for her lunch. I love that. Artie does that with this toy too. This is her other favorite. Is her little mouse. It's James got this for her. It has like little ears and a little tail. I guess maybe it's a I don't know what it is. We call it her mouse. It could be a bunny. I don't know. But she carries this around and screams with it too. Hi, Pippin. Come here. Oh, well, hi. All the girls are here. You having a party? You want that? She's like, no. Hello, sweet girl. Isn't she? So all of my cats were stray or feral. Pippin was the last one that came in. She came in a year ago. And yeah, she was a feral cat. Also, Saren, before I forget, since you're here, let me send you something now. Because I'm pretty sure that we have a boy who needs to be snipped. So, another boyo, I know. We call him Birch. He's been here before, but he disappeared for a while and he's been coming back again. Hi. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, so I have two different, hi, also Raiders, welcome. I'm so sorry, I did not even introduce myself. Hi, I'm Megan. I am a neurodivergent variety crafter. I am usually cross-stitching, crocheting, knitting, diamond dotting, miniature making. If you can craft it, I'll do it. Yep, danglies. They're not like... Sometimes it's hard with their coloring to tell if there's danglies or not, you know? Sometimes it's not super clear. Anywho, we have two cross-stitch projects that we can pull from today. One is finishing the Derpy Tamagotchi. It's just all this has to get filled in with pink. So it's not the most exciting. And then I also have Mermaid cross-stitch, which we've been working on. That we can work on. We've been working down here in this corner. So maybe I'll put a cheeky little poll in chat and let you guys vote on what we end up doing. Because like I said, today was not decision-making day. So we're going to say, which cross-stitch? We're going to have Mermaid, Derpy. Alright. We'll have a little 2-minute poll. Go ahead and have a vote. Let me also see if I missed anything in chat. Oops. Yeah, Pippin's here. Pippin says hello. I'm here. I'm ready for pets. She's here because Artie had a Derpy mermaid. Artemis came in with a crinkle ball screaming. She was having a great time, and Pippin was like, what are we doing? And so she came running in too. Which then meant that Artie, who's in the box, by the way, I don't know if you can tell, there's an Artemis in that box. She blends in really well. Oh, look at your little Pete's. Look at her pizza. Oh. Hi, angel girl. But yeah, if you've not been here before, all my cats were cats that lived outside in my yard. Maple was our first boy who came in, and he kind of started the whole thing. And then Artemis came in, and then Pippin came in. And now we TNR. We feed a bunch of cats that stop by. So, yeah. And we have a dog. None of them like each other. Well, these two like each other. The girls are buddies. Make sure that you have a vote. It's almost done. We've almost finished it. Oh, also, hi. I pulled up the raid star for you, Saren. And I also have a sub star from yesterday to fold. Alrighty, Mermaid cross stitch. Can't see what? Oh, the poll? Sometimes Twitch does that. Normally it shows up at the top of the chat. Like, hang on.
I'm an arts and crafts master.
Up
Why
here.
do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh, ugh.
Oh hi, look a button.
Oh, hi, look a button, Saren. Thank you for the 51 months with your Prime. Y'all, did you know if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub to use every month wherever you choose, and Saren decided to use her one free sub here. I hope that you enjoy your emotes, your ad-free viewing, and of course your ability to scream, which, golly, I've been doing a lot of. Saren, did you have to go through SEER or any program like that for your military? I'm sure Elf did, but I don't know if Elf is here right now. Oh, ma'am. Miss ma'am. Okay. SEER, need to know the definition, but maybe. Survive, evade, recover, escape. So, like... Yeah, SEER. Yeah, I know. That's what James is doing right now. He did his parachute in water already. And now he's starting all the interrogation stuff. Part of our field component leadership training. Gotcha. Alright, so we will work on the mermaid cross stitch here as soon as I fold up these stars. And we shall yap and chat and look at pictures of cats. So, yeah, I have to try and catch Birch to get him snipped. I have to try and catch Mittens to have that stupid extra long collar removed that someone put on him. And I haven't seen Inky in the last few days. I kind of want... We have one heated house right now outside for the cats, and I kind of want to get another one to put on the driveway because I have another outdoor plug there, and it's like further away from any of the doors, so I feel like the cats would use it more. Because it has been, there's literally still black ice down on the ground. It's just been that cold. It hasn't warmed up. So I was looking at maybe getting another heated cat house. So if you're wondering about these stars, we have a star jar here. Every raid gets a silver star this year. And every sub gets the sub color of the month. So right now we're doing blue stars. And then you might be like, okay, and then what? Well, they all go in here, in this jar. And then we see how many we have at the end of the year. It's fun. Oh, also, I just realized that you guys can't hear the music because I muted it when Artie came in screaming. Whoops. Yeah, lucky stars. Also, Pippin's still here. She's just like... I need to get another camera. I need to get a dedicated cat camera. Because, like... Yeah. But Saren, if you need to raid and run or do any post-stream self-care, please make sure that you do. You're welcome to chat or lurk. Whatever you would like. Hi there, Faith. Welcome in. All right. Loving the vibe? Yay! I'm so glad. All right. There's your Substar, Saren. Let us get... Oh, hi. Oh, both girls are here. Hi. Hi. Everyone's here. Oh, goodness. Hi, Allison. Hi. You sweet girl? Where'd Artie go? Oh, she's sitting behind me like a creep. We love to see it. We love to see it, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, bye. Been a long and rough day. I hear ya. Well, welcome in. Come get comfy. There's lots of cats and chats and good vibes here.
I found my people.
And thank you for that follow. Welcome in officially. We're going to be cross-stitching today because honestly, I think stabbing fabric over and over again sounds like what I need to do. I love Gravity Falls. One of my favorite shows. I'm here for a bit, then walking the dogs, and then I'll be back after that. No worries. Say hello to the puppos for me. Thank you. This, I don't know if I have a command for this. I am getting close. Yeah, we've got a little bit up here to do, and then just this bit here. This is, I don't think I have a command for it, but this is the pattern that I'm doing. Let me add, I recently like redid how my setup is, so give me 1 second because I'm gonna quickly do something. Wowza, nope. You know, I hate when you add something and it's like, oh, you want this on the very top of your everything? No, actually, I didn't. But thank you for that. Have a hard time with needle and stitching? Gotcha. We've also been doing quite a bit of diamond dotting, which feels like just sparkly cross stitch, you know? I forgot that I should just lower this camera. Duh. Okay. There we go. Oh, goodness. Okie dokie, Saren. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the raid. Hi, Silly. Fine motor skills in me are not fun. I gotcha. I understand. Don't you love it when, like, part of your pattern is here? Wait, where'd the rest of it go? Okay. I was like, hold on, I know that I had it. Oh, power company switching a meter. Oh, okay. That's good. That will be a lot less time than Ice Storm. Did you check inside the walls for the rest of it? Silly, did you steal my stuff again? Stop taking my things into the walls, okay? Dang, girl. Where are my floss colors? You're putting glitter on it. Oh. Okay. I do like things that are glittery. Also, I saw someone was rewatching Gravity Falls episodes. Yes. I love Gravity Falls. Very good show. If you like Gravity Falls, you'd also probably like The Owl House if you've not watched that one. I also really like that show. Alright, so we're gonna move on to a piece of coral down here. Owl House is so good. I agree. There's my needle. I'm like, where did my cross-stitch needle go? I don't think that it's on Netflix. I know that it's on Disney. Recently finished rewatching Gravity Falls, finished The Owl House for the first time. What did you think of The Owl House? Hi, Petrichor. Oh, you know what? I haven't actually watched She-Ra. That's like on the list though. You're checking? Okay. So, I have had several people tell me I need to watch Over the Garden Wall. I need to watch it. Oh. Hi. Did you guys see her go into the cubby, turn around, and then come out? Like, what are we... Hi. How's it going? Oh, gosh, I love animals. What goobers? Alice in Wonderland and Poe had a baby. Really? So, gotta be so honest, I do not like Alice in Wonderland. Never have. It's probably like my least favorite movie. No, I get what you mean. I saw someone the other day like talk about it and I was like, see, this is exactly like it's so like Alice has no sense of self-preservation. She finds a bottle that says drink me and she's like, bet, and drinks it. And like the whole thing is just like one giant acid trip. I've not even seen the Tim Burton one because I just don't care for Alice, so I've never bothered to watch it. If that one's better, I'm willing to give it a shot, but I have never liked Alice in Wonderland. It's like I love when they sit in those little cozy cups. Not to like, obviously everyone's allowed to like their own things. It's just not one of my favorite movies. You love the Tim Burton version? There's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen that I need to at some point. like the Tim Burton one, but I've never disliked Alice, but I'm also not obsessed, just kind of in between. Really does something different. Okay. That's good to know. You're kind of indifferent on Alice? I think it's just a very, like, sensory overwhelming movie for me, too. There's a lot of colors and a lot of sounds and a lot of... I don't know. So, the longer that I have lived with the mistake on the rock, the more that I'm thinking I might just leave it and be like, that's fine. It's not hurting anyone. So, if you weren't here, I realized that basically the entire rock down here, there's like a whole bunch of light gray. It's a little hard to see, I think. From this point over, I accidentally shifted one stitch up and one stitch over. And I've been debating if I want to undo it or if I just want to leave it and like make corrections. So I'm kind of leaning now towards leave it and make corrections. Why is this like crooked? I guess. I don't really know the best way. You like the old Disney Alice for its old Disney vibes. Also studied the books in college. It makes more sense to me knowing the thoughts behind it. Always on team leave it and fudge the rest. Alpha, you missed it. We were talking about Seer. I'm assuming that you did that. Well, you had to have done it because you were a flyer. James is currently in the middle of that training. No one will know. Yeah, it's more just if I wanted to... Well, that was the thing, was once I realized I was able to make alterations so that it wouldn't throw off the rest. Oh, because you were Army, not Air Force. Oh. But you were on the planes. Interesting. And they didn't make you do that in the Army. Wow. Military makes no sense. The Trunctured 1 hour version. He's there for 2 weeks. Wild. Had the Alice in Wonderland book as a kid. The illustrations weren't as colorful as the film. Really cool old style classic sketch. Oh. That's fun. Oh my gosh, this thread got twisted. 2000s EDM. Not required to do so. Oh, interesting. They figure we can hold our own, I guess. They don't care and just throw us to the wolves. Yeah. I mean, he's been, like, telling me all the stuff that they've been doing. And he's like, this is the most fun ever. He's like, I'm so sore, though. He's like, everything hurts. He spent 8 hours in a pool yesterday. He was like, I'm so pruny. He was like, I didn't want to take a shower because I had just been in water all day, but I also really desperately wanted to shower. You always wanted to draw like that? I I feel like I don't really have a drawing style. I've always just done like tutorials and learned from other people. Like I guess my emotes that I've drawn have their own style. So I guess that's not completely fair to say. But like I I don't really know what my style is. I liked old Disney, but in real life, it's so bad. I regret watching those. Gotcha. A lot based on teaching children philosophy. Silly because a lot of those things were riddles and circular thoughts and unanswerable questions, which is why Wonderland didn't make sense. I think that because, like, I think because of, like, the the way that my brain works, I think that I didn't like that it was nonsensical because you couldn't make sense of it, literally. And I don't like that. You know, I want logic, or I want to at least be able to figure it out. Like even if it wasn't laid out for me. And it's like, hi, this is a movie, like a however long movie of just nonsense that has nothing to do with anything. The end. And it's just like, oh. You don't draw enough to have a style? Yeah, I don't know. They taught us to get out of different kinds of restraints, told us the rest was on us. Oh my god. Yeah, he sent me like a video of what they basically did for like the water training. I shared it with my mods. If anyone else wants to see it, I can share it. It's not like secret information. It's on YouTube. um but he was saying that they didn't do a lot of the underwater stuff. He's like, I don't know why. Um like he wasn't sure what groups did all the underwater stuff versus which ones they didn't. Kind of the point. Alice is so confused because she cannot make any progress even though she's well educated. Wait, what's up? If you haven't started the Pokemon game yet, you can do !! Poke Start in the chat. And it will give you like a starter Pokemon and you'll be able to try and catch the Pokemon when they appear in chat. There we go. I want more lunch. It was so good. It was gone so fast. I hate that. That's the worst, isn't it? You got a Charmander. I love Charmander. You too? I know nothing of Dorian Gray, honestly. So I realized something the other day. James and I upgraded our Nintendo plan because with him being gone, we've been playing a lot of like Mario Kart together and playing online games. And we really wanted access to some of the other maps. And we already had the family plan. So we just went ahead and upgraded to like the family plan plus. Which means, chat, remember how in Animal Crossing we were like, Sprocket's perfect, but his house doesn't work for our island? With the Family Plus plan, we have the DLC, which means that I could change Sprocket's house. So if we want to have him on the island now, we can change his house so that it fits the theme of the island instead. So I was almost thinking, morning Emily, that we could kind of take what Hopkins' house was like, since Sprocket has like the very futuristic like video game stuff, and we could make it more like Hopkins' like abandoned video game arcade. So that'll change some things. And with anger, makes up a bunch of nonsense rules everyone has to follow, and Alice is the hero. The Hatter is still mad, but in more like he's a quirky way. Gotcha. Before by surgery. A family expansion plan for Nintendo, yeah. A bunch of friends that chip in. Yeah, so my brother has my brother also has a Switch, and I'm going to ask him like if he wants to join our family plan when theirs expires. Cuz same thing. Unlike so many other places, Nintendo's like, share. Go ahead. Nintendo doesn't care if you live in the same house. No. Because here's the thing, James is nowhere near me right now, but guess what? He does reside in this house normally. Just limit the number of people, yeah. Which, that's fine. I get it. You gotta make your money. It is expensive. What's the family plan? In what regard? A random knot in my thread. We love to see it. It depends. It depends on if it's an individual membership or the family plan or the family plan plus. So the family, you get the DLC with it. Yeah. No, okay. So I bought the DLC on my Switch 1 when it came out. Or I should say on my original Switch. I don't have a Switch 2. I have 2 Switches, but I don't have a Switch 2. Anyway, the second Switch does not have the DLC. What the Family Plus plan does is it gives you Nintendo Online, as well as their DLC. You also get access to like the whole library of like Nintendo games. So like old school Mario and Zelda and Pokemon on like different systems you can download onto the Switch with the Family Plus membership. It honestly, for the price, you do get a lot. It kind of is almost like Xbox Game Pass, where like you basically get access to like a whole slew of games. Or it's like DLC. So the Animal Crossing DLC, I wouldn't get access to that game. I'd have to buy the game, like Animal Crossing. But the DLC I get access to with the family plan. It does not. Yeah, families up to 8 people. Mario Kart 8 DLC. Yeah, that's honestly why we upgraded, was because with James being gone, we've been playing a lot of like Mario Kart and Mario Party together. And we really wanted to play the other maps. And we were going to have to either both buy the map pack for like $25, or we could just upgrade the family plan and get it, and as well as all the other stuff. Yeah, so I guess there are some things that the original online included as far as like original games, but not all of them. Sorry, I promise I'm not ignoring you guys. I just have absolutely nothing to add to that conversation because I know nothing about it. You're welcome to continue to talk. It's like when people start talking about Doctor Who, and I just kind of like, I read, I listen, but I've got nothing I can add. So, is there an online plus that's not for families? Yeah, individual is $50 for online plus. That's what Elf just said. Individual is $20 a year. $50 for the expand, like the plus. Family is $35 a year, $80 with the plus. Yeah, US, of course. Oh yeah, I mean, I grew up having to read books too. It just wasn't. I had my Pizza Hut personal pan pizza card for reading. But a lot of the stuff that I read instead was like 1984 and Animal Farm and things like that, because that's what we had to read for school. Work calls, no worries. Fahrenheit 451, you know, things like that. A lot of dystopian things, you know? Huh. Well. I want to read more, but I'm kind of in a slump. Yeah. Or I need something super interesting to get me back. No, that's so fair. It's cheaper to do the family plan. Yep. You have 8 people. It's only $10 each. Yep. Absolutely. It makes sense. Did you know you're reading prep manuals for the future? Jesus Christ. You know, I saw we don't get political here because the world is a dumpster fire and I need a reprieve from it. But I saw someone the other day that said somewhere in the US a kid is hiding in their room writing in a diary. And that screwed me up bad. Almost like we didn't learn from them. Here's the thing. A lot of us, our age, have learned from them. It's the idiots that are older than us that hadn't read all these books that don't learn anything. You know? That's To Kill a Mockingbird, which I finished in 4 days. Yeah, I read To Kill a Mockingbird. I read Of Mice and Men too. I read The Giver when I was older, not when I was a kid. At least I don't remember reading it as a kid. In a bound volume. Oh, I love that. It's bad out there. Yep. Books are knowledge, agreed. I think that there is a lot that could really be improved upon if people had actually read books, you know? Yeah. People who want to be in power should not be in power. Yep. There are people who didn't realize that that diary was not fiction. There are also people, this one always, I think because we see a lot of photos that are black and white. And so in our brain, we think that that is a long time ago, which is understandable. But if you look at how old Anne Frank and, say, Martin Luther King Jr. would be, like, this history is not that old for us to be forgetting so easily and to not be panicking, you know? Like, this history is not cold. There are people who are alive still, or in the same year. Yep. Once I got my own library card and smartphone, I was off. Yes. I need to, what I should really try is, like, audiobooks. Because I always love to read, but I also really love to craft, and crafting kind of gives me, like, good serotonin, honestly. So I don't read as much as I used to, but I always love to read. And I got more books for Christmas. So I either need to set aside some time for reading, or I need to use some, like, audiobook stuff. Because, yeah. It's crazy when you start comparing what happened at the same time. Oh, you know, I haven't read or listened to Ready Player One. Hi, Hammy. Large print books are so heavy. Ooh, yeah. Especially when you drop them on your face. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. I have a Kindle. Not the same as reading a book. I get that. I get that for sure. I'm so picky about how my audiobooks sound. Yeah. What books did I get for Christmas? So I got 2.
I'm an arts and crafts master. Why do you think I always have this glue gun stuck to my arm? Ugh. Ugh.
Hi, it's been 10 months.
Hi, Smoothie. I guess so. That's wild. Thank you so much for the 10-month resub. I appreciate you. When I get zoned in on something, I miss parts and have to rewind. Yeah, I get that too, Elf. I also will zone out. I'll tell you guys about my books after the ad break, because ads are about to play here. I can grab them and I can show you what I got. One is a series of books that I've already read They were my favorites growing up. That actually, I don't know if it's up here or if it's already on my bookshelf, so. Divergent, oh gosh, yeah. Time flies when Megan's crafting, truly. I want to watch the movie constantly. Oh, Divergent was good too. Divergent and Hunger Games, all that stuff. Yeah. It's almost like she, I don't know if she like burnt out or if she like didn't plan how the ending was going to be. But it feels a little bit like she didn't plan the ending. Do you know what I mean? It felt a little bit confusing. Okay. We're gonna play a round of words on stream while Twitch ads play. I'm gonna take a quick stretch break. It's a good time for you to get a snack, a drink, use the bathroom, take your meds, move your laundry, stand up and take a stretch break, or just change how you're sitting. If you've been sitting like a shrimp, sit up straight, you know? All that stuff. BRB. Alrighty. Thank you all for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Hello Lex, hello, is it Linka? Well, let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm really bad at usernames. Sorry. You got some books the other day. Mary Oliver book of poetry. Anne Pratchett novel. Ooh, Anne Pratchett. Also queer poetry and now anthology. Ooh, that's fun. So I didn't grab the book set that I got because if I went downstairs to grab it, Maple would have been like, "Hi, Mom, you're here for me now," and I wouldn't have been able to get back here in time from ads. But I got A Wrinkle in Time, the book set. This was one of my favorite series growing up. Talk about like good sci-fi, young adult, like these were one of my favorite books growing up. So James got me this. It was one of my favorite series. So I got that for Christmas, and then I also got this guy. It was a webtoon. I did not realize that there were 3 volumes. It's chunky. But this is Katie Cook, who I adore. Fun fact, I met her at Comic-Con, and she drew these for me. I mean, I paid her to draw those for me, but still. I love her. I think she's brilliant. So, you love that webtoon? Yeah, they made it into like an actual imprint book. So, A Wrinkle in Time, that one, Allison. Also, it's one of my favorite My Little Pony moments. It's Fluttershy saying, "I want to be brave at home." This is A Wrinkle in Time. There's 5 books in the series. So it's A Wrinkle in Time, A Wind in the Door, A Swiftly Tilting Planet, Many Waters, and An Acceptable Time. So it's the full set. It's like $20 on Amazon, something like that. Oh my god, the movie was all. You know what else was an awful movie? Ender's Game. The written book, wonderful. Evidently Orson Scott Card, though, might not be a great human being. I have to look into that more. I'm not sure about that. But Ender's Game, like, books, top notch. Cannot recommend enough. Movie, yikes. Yikes. What was this last book? This one's called Nothing Special. I liked the book, but didn't really like the movie. Yeah, Ender's Game, I feel like they focused on the wrong stuff. Almost. It didn't, I don't know. Also, Elf, I like what you said before about, Divergent and Hunger Games, I think. Like she was contracted to finish it. And then, yeah, the Divergent series is well written but unnecessary. And the ending of the Hunger Games was necessary but poorly written. Buy a secondhand copy of Ender's Game if you want. Hi! Hello! What's up, baby? Hello? It's a sweet girl. There's a sweet Pippin alert. Okay. You gonna hang out in here with me and Artie? That's great. Oh, hi. You just need loving today. You want love in there. Movies helped address some of the issues for both of them. Sweet baby, I know. Hi. I do. I'm gonna have to get a second camera for here. Is he? Love that. You know, it's always these people who write books and stories. I thought that he was problematic too. I thought that he was problematic in the sense of liking people who were not of age. I thought that was his issue, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it's always these people who write these stories that are all about like inclusion or fighting the man, if you will, who are like gross, and you just kind of sit there like, how how do you write stuff like that and then get so far from the point in your real life? It just, I don't get it. I don't understand people. Hi again. Did I stop petting you and that's unacceptable in your mind? That's just not okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Like, it's really not hard to be a good person. I don't... Like, if you don't agree with something, then you don't have to, like... Like, I always say people who are like, people who are gay shouldn't get married. Okay, well, here's the thing. You don't have to become a gay married person, but you can't tell other people what they get to do. If you think it's wrong, you don't have to do it, but you don't get to say, you know... Now, there are some universal, general wrong things in life, you know? Like, we need to protect animals and we need to protect children. And we should, oh my gosh. We should treat others with, you know, kindness and compassion. If it doesn't impact you, why do you get a choice? Yeah. We don't need to have anyone making decisions about women's bodies. You know, none of those things, other than the woman and her doctor. Get your nose out of other people's business. The end. Do you see her making air biscuits right now? Hi. Oh my goodness, Miss Pippin. Oh, we gotta clean the peats. We gotta clean those feet. Hi. Oh my good. Oh. Hi. I love you. I love you, girly. People being cute and needy, I know. She's like, Mom, I like this chair being here. These things are new, yeah. This has existed forever. If you stop saying it's a fad, something that no one, yeah. Like, if you literally see it in, like, say, the animal kingdom, right? It's clearly then not a humanoid choice for someone to, you know, like, I remember when she was outside and then also afraid of brushes. Oh my gosh, yeah. Now she's, like, all about being brushed. First few times with the brush, and then suddenly brush was best thing ever. Yeah, she still thinks brush is best thing ever. Like, if I were to get the brush right now, she would be a floppy little miss. She'd be flopping all over. And then we got this one over here, already sleeping in her little cubby. Yeah? You babies? You making biscuits? Look at those biscuits. Oh. Miss Ma'am. What? What? What do you need? Oh my. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, chat. You know, sometimes I look at what I've actually completed on a stream and I'm like, I did nothing today. And then I look at this and I'm like, oh, okay, I see. Oh, I see. I was busy. Biscuits. She has such big feet. Like, she's just such a big cat. So, if you missed it yesterday, I was doing I unboxed my first Diamond Art Club kit. Which I said some words on stream about, because I was shook about the size of it. But the Diamond Art Club that I'm going to be doing... Hang on, I'll show it to you, just in case you missed it. Is called Cats in Love. I'm clicking everything with my left hand, by the way. And I got it specifically because it looks like both girls. So, hang on. Hang on. Can we play? Play. God damn it. Trying to click stuff with your... Okay, hold on, Pippin. 1 second. What the hell? Oh my god! What am I doing? Holy crap! Where am I going to hang this? Yeah, but I got it because I thought it looked like Artie and Pippin. And of course, it's listed on the website, like, what the size of the finished piece is. I guess I just didn't actually take a tape measure and look at what 30... What was it? Like 30-something? What is it? Like 37 by, like, 27 or something like that? I didn't look to see how big that was. I've never done a Diamond Art Club Diamond Dot. And, yeah, 37 by 28. I just loved it because it looks like Artie and Pippin. And now I'm like, I'm in danger. I need to figure out, like, the whole setup for how I'll actually work on it. I've seen a few things. Elf tagged me in something yesterday. Yeah. But isn't it pretty? Doesn't it look like Artie and Pippin? I was like, oh, it's my girls. It's gonna end up taking up like the whole wall. It's huge. And I have more pieces from Diamond Art Club to do. I have 2 other ones. And all I keep thinking about is where am I going to put these? I could make a house out of them. It'll take a long time to complete, but I'll get there eventually. Yeah. No, it'll be fun. It'll just be it'll just be a project. You guys can't get bored with it partway through though, okay? You guys have to continue to come back when I'm working on it, alright? Don't leave me. Thanks for the lurk, Faith. I appreciate it. We're almost done with this, like, brain sort of coral over here. There's going to be some dark green. And then we'll be done with the coral on the rock. So I probably won't stitch the rest of the rock on stream, just because I'm going to have to make a lot of little, like, changes and edits. To try and make it look good. But don't worry, because we have some fish that we're going to stitch here. We have another person. Do you guys think that I should turn the boy into a merman? He's currently like a scuba diver. And we have 2 mermaids here. So I made this snorkeler a mermaid as well. So there's this mermaid, and then this one would just be a snorkeler. But I could make him a merman if we think that we should do it. So yeah, here you can see here this girl was in like purple, and here in mine she's a teal mermaid. I just felt like the diver shouldn't be under a mermaid. Like, this should have been a mermaid, and that up there could have been like a snorkeler. But I was like, dang, you're swimming so low that there are mermaids above you? I'm not sure if I'm going to do the border. I have debated it, honestly. I have enough room to do it with my fabric. I want to see, I think, how it looks without it, because it's something that I can always add. Oh, the Diamond Art Club pieces? Is that what we're talking about, Hammy? I got mine on sale. I did not pay full price for my Diamond Art Club pieces. I agree with you. They're expensive. Obviously, I see why now because it's massive. And just the amount of money that must go into producing that many diamond drills. And a canvas that big. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Then it's time to go home. You got a raise today. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Way to go. Treat yourself on your way home. Yeah, honestly, seeing one of the Diamond Art Club pieces in person, I understand now the price because I'm like, damn, this is huge. I didn't know before, and now I do, and I'm like, oh, I see. 10:24 p.m. here. Wish you all a wonderful day. Need to get some sleep. No worries. Have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It was good to see you. Oh no, I'm clicking things with my mouse. You treat yourself for your birthday? Yeah. I honestly, you can make a free account and you can just like save some of like your favorites in like a wish list. That way you can like look and, you know, put together a list of ones that you really like. Because they have quite an extensive collection. It's your birthday at the end of the month? Happy almost birthday. You drive through a neighborhood to get to work? Oh. Buy yourself a little treat online. A new pattern, a skein of yarn then. I mean, you could always take a detour. But I understand too. I also understand just wanting to get home. If I did make this guy a merman, what color should I make his fin? Because he's a white mermaid. He's like this color. Or he's a white swimmer. The other one up here is a person of color as well. So I like that we have differing colors. But like I would say almost like using this color as like a fin or something, but I feel like it's too close to the peach. That's the only reason I bring up the skin color, is because I'm like, oh, that could end up being a little matchy. Maybe we do like this color, like the crab. The little red crabby guy. We don't have a lot of that red color. Actually, that was the color of his flippers. Like if you, like he has flippers and like goggles on, and they are that dark red color. White would be interesting, yeah. White could be pretty too. White tail with red fins. Maybe. I do worry that it might look a little candy cane. We could always give him like a shell in his hair like this mermaid has. Like this mermaid has a shell. Just because he's a boy doesn't mean that he can't have a shell in his hair. So we could always give him like an ombre. Not red and white stripes, yeah. I do like the oranges too. Like the orange here on this part of the coral, and like these fish. We can play around with things, with ideas and stuff, because I'll have to design a pattern for him. So like I ended up doing that with this mermaid. I had to design, because I have like a limited space to work with, because there are other parts of the pattern. So like I had to fit her, like these were the fish over here. So like I only had like a certain amount of space. So we'll have to kind of do the same thing with him to see if we can make it work. Yeah, this mermaid up here has a pink tail. She makes me think of like shrimp. The color. I mean, so the other option too is that we have at the top of the pattern is another, like we have a snorkeler up here. Everyone could end up being a mermaid. In theory, everybody could become a mermaid. And if we did that, then we could make one of them have a white tail and one of them have a red tail. Or one of them have an orange. Like her stuff is a lot of orange in it. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. No, so I have this little section here which has the swimmer and like a handful of fish right here. And then I just have that one up at the top. So it's almost done. And then the border, if I want to do the border. Hold on here. Wait, we'll do a little zoom out. Here's the pattern. Okay, here's where I'm at. So we have right here to do, and then this little bit here to do. Hold on. Hello? Oh, cool. All right. Love you. Bye. No, you text me this, Mom. Well, not my mom calling me, and I'm like, what's, like, she knows I'm streaming, like, something's gotta be really wrong. Instant panic. I just want you to know that we got the permit for the new house. The construction can start now. Okay! That's awesome! You scared the shit out of me! Like, instantly I'm like, what's wrong? Who's hurt? She starts off with, I know you're streaming, but, and I'm like, okay. And she did not sound concerned she was not crying, so that helped. But I was like, what? Why are we? Just the instant panic. Okay, cool. That was the appropriate response to that news. Congrats, Mom. Don't scare us like that. It's the same when my parents call late at night or early in the morning. Yeah. You just instantly are like, oh my gosh, did someone like slip? Did Maggie get hurt? Like what? What happened? Or then, I think, okay, something going on with like my brother, because again, we live in a dumpster fire. Country. Who's dying or in the hospital? Yeah, who's going to the ER? Person or pet? Car accident? What's happening? So that's like the reason that I answered too, is because I'm like, what's going on? That's exciting though.
I found my people.
Thank you for that follow. Welcome in. So basically, the house just has to be built now, and then they're moving. They're in the process of selling their house, and hoping to be up here in like the next. Honestly, probably around the same time that James gets back. Which I guess is good because he, even though he'll be back, will be working not his usual job, but will be still technically right now James is active duty. Like he's on orders. And he'll still be on orders when he gets back. And though he'll be home, he could fly a couple of missions, like, because he'll be practicing now, like, with his, like, group. Okay, bye! So he'll end up probably flying a couple of missions and being gone for, like, a week here or there. So it'll be nice that they'll be up here for all that. They are moving closer, yeah. Right now they're like an hour and a half from me. And soon they'll be like 20 minutes. Which is going to be great. They'll technically be closer than 20 minutes, but it's just like traffic lights and all that stuff, Like if there was no traffic lights, they'd be like 10 to 15 at most. So it'll be nice. We can like go over to their house for dinner again, or like invite them over to watch like a ball game or something. It'll be so nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm happy to. Hooray! Last coral is done. Time to make some fishies. And a little water swirl. Little water, yeah. All right. All right, let's do our little water. How did this get a knot in it? Can you not? Hi. Did you have a good sleep? You look so cozy. Where'd you go? Oh, back to bed. Listen, that's the way to do it. She got up, got a drink, I think went and used the litter box, and now is on her heated bed, just switching beds. Honestly, iconic. At the moment is a hedgehog with pretty flowers. It's going to take a long time. I'll get there eventually. You know when you buy something that comes and it's bigger than you think? Nope, I don't know anything about that. I'm going to turn that into like a TikTok, Instagram post. Me opening that Diamond Art Club. Because it's just so funny to me. Like, the canvas just kept unrolling. It didn't stop. It's gonna be interesting to see like how long each section takes, because it kind of almost has like cross stitch patterns have lines in them that show you like where 10 by 10 stitches is, and the Diamond Art Club has similar grid lines on it. I didn't count how many they are, but it'd be interesting to see if I can't do like a section in a stream, because then I could divide up how long it should take in theory. It'll take 84 years. So what's everybody doing today while I sit here and stab fabric? Work, but also not doing Tucker's vacation home in the DLC. What kind of home does he want? Like, what's the theme? Enjoying the chill vibes after a full-on day with the family? Oh. Happy to provide some chill vibes. To study archaeology. What a baby. Oh no, my thread. Not the thread separating. I'm excited to play Animal Crossing with you guys tomorrow. I hope you are too. What's the plan? So we should unlock terraforming tomorrow, which means that we can start to change the layout on the map. And kind of start to shape things a little bit. And I think that we technically do have one more villager that we could hunt for if we wanted to do that at some point. I think we have room for one more. So we'll have like the KK slider event happen. We'll be able to start doing some terraforming. Some more planning. I just split that again. With 2 stitches left, it's always like that. Playing Dreamlight Valley again. Taking, aw. No, that's not a bad thing. I got like an email from them about like everyone's trying to do like a year wrap review, right? Where they like show you what your year was like. And I have to say, I'm pretty sure that my Disney Dreamlight Valley one is wrong. They're like, the character you hung out with the most was Merlin. And I'm like, I can promise you it wasn't. The character you used most for gardening was Daisy. No. No, it wasn't. How bizarre. I know. Do you want to know what the weirdest one that I got was in my email? I mean, obviously this was back closer to like the beginning of the new year. I got a year wrap from McDonald's. Because I have the app. I mean, I was proud of how very little we actually ate McDonald's in a year. And it was like, this was the most ordered meal for you. Like, well, I don't care. Please don't tell me, like, you had 10 Big Macs in a year. I mean, it wasn't that many. But, like, I don't want to know. Please don't. Yeah, from McDonald's. I'm like, please don't tell me this. I don't want to know. I was actually very pleasantly surprised at how little, like, in a year's time. I was like, okay. Better than I thought. But, like, also, no one wants to know this, McDonald's. Because then, you know, someone's gonna be like, oh, yeah, well, that means that I had this much, like... It just... unnecessary. Got chicken nuggets 5 times in May! Yeah, but honestly, we got, you know, some of the, like, Happy Meals because they were doing, like, Pokemon stuff, you know? So, like, yeah, we got Happy Meals sometimes because we wanted to, like, we wanted to collect certain things. And it just felt like, oh. Oh my gosh. I had such weird dreams last night, chat. Like, I had a really weird dream. I woke up from it. And when I went back to sleep, I ended up having, like, a continuation of the same dream. So, like, then I woke up again, and I was like, this... What? It just did not feel like a restful night's sleep, you know? It just... It was sleep. But that was it. You keep having the same dream? There's another knot in this thread. How? Alright. Just looking at where I would try and fit a fin in for this. I guess maybe I can move him up a tiny bit. Otherwise, I don't know that I'm going to fit it. Every night before I sleep, I read on my Kindle. I keep having the dream that I'm reading on my Kindle and I'm really tired, so I close my eyes for just a moment. And then I wake up for real and my light is off Kindle away and I'm always confused. And then I go back to sleep. Oh, that's... Oh. That's so funny. Our brains are weird. Like, why do you feel the need to do that? Why do we have to play that dream of doing what I've already done? Oh, hey, chat, you know what we have to do? We have to do some point giveaways. I have to do 2. Because I forgot to do one yesterday until, like, the very end of stream. So I was like, alright, we'll do one... We'll do, like, yesterday's today. So... yeah. I'll open it up now, and I'll probably leave it open through the ad break, which is going to be starting soon. Just so that way, because, like, I know a couple of people stepped away and they were going to be right back. That way people have time to come back. Welcome back. Alright. There we go. So if you've not been here before, what we're doing right now is we're voting for what I work on Friday. So type !ticket in chat and it will get you a ticket. And if you end up winning, you will get 2 points that you get to put towards whichever of these crafts you would like to see me work on Friday. I don't know why my camera was so off center. Anyway, so like I said, we're going to let this go through the ads, which are about to start. So we'll probably pull winners in like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. But yeah, get some tickets in. It's actually quite a close vote. So yeah. All right. I'll be right back, take a quick stretch. I'm going to refill my water on this break, and I'll see you in a few. forgot to hit unmute. Hi. All right. Thank you guys for sitting through ads. I appreciate it. Okay. We are going to do our ticket pull here in a minute. So, last call, if you have not already entered. Actually, here, we'll just come over here to the screen. Do exclamation point ticket right now, and you will get entered to win. We're going to pull 2 winners. So, all right. You ready? The first winner is Sean. Where would you like your point to go? It's you. B, you got it. Okay. Second winner is Silly. Silly. Where would you like your point to go? A, please. You got it. All right. Thank you all for being here throughout the stream for when we do these giveaways. I appreciate it. Okay. I have to open my pattern. Nope, I closed my pattern. Damn it. Okay. It's like I have to open my pattern. Immediately minimized it. No. No. I am not. No. So, do you guys want to hear something just absolutely infuriating? This, I told my mods about it today, and they were all just like, what? So, I got a, like, text message confirmation thing earlier in the week, right? Talking about a doctor's appointment that I have with my endocrinologist. It's tomorrow. And they were like, here's your pre-appointment paperwork. You know, just fill it out. It's basically just updating my meds, anything like that. So I did all of that today. I literally finished, like, updating everything. And I get a phone call from the office. And I'm thinking maybe they have the question because my insurance changed, you know, whatever. So I answer and they were like, hi, you know, this is so-and-so calling from this, you know, office. We have to reschedule your appointment tomorrow. Okay. And then they made some kind of, like, comment about how they're like, yeah, you know, I think it's because you're scheduled in the doctor's lunch period, like lunch hour. So why was that even an option? Why did it let the scheduler put me in that slot? Number one. Number two, this is a telehealth appointment. I don't mind if my doctor eats on the phone with me? Sure. Okay. Fine. When are we rescheduling it to? Her next opening is in March. And I'm like, listen, I understand. Because, you know, specialty doctor, all that nonsense. But I'm like, if you made the clerical error that is now making it so that this appointment has to be changed, I'm not waiting 2+ months to, like, talk with... And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess I don't have any choice. Fine. And she's like, you know, I'm going to see what I can do, because I think that a couple of her appointments are scheduled as new patient appointments. Even though they're not new patients, and then, so that means that they would be a half-hour appointment, not an hour, so, you know, she might have some availability. I'll see what I can do. There should be a cancellation fee where they pay you. Yes. No, they don't have a cancellation list, Emily. She goes, oh, but if you want, you can call us back in the morning and see if we have any cancellations. Bestie. I'm gonna be so for real with you. My life is chaos right now, and I cannot add call the endocrinologist to see if they have an opening to my list. Not happening. I can't. I do not have the spoons to expend every day on this crap. So she ends up calling me back a couple of hours later and is like, someone actually just called and canceled their appointment next week. Would you like to come then? And I was like, sure. Fine. It went from being a telehealth appointment to now an in-person appointment. I don't understand why. So, like, I have to have my parents come down. Because I don't do doctor's appointments well by myself. Like, I could do the telehealth fine, but I don't want to go and, like, sit in waiting rooms. I can't just, like, sit there and do nothing. All of a sudden I become very aware of, like, the fact that I'm just sitting there and I can't, like, leave, and it just stresses me out. Sure, can we confirm it's not during the doctor's lunch break? It's at 2 o'clock, so I probably won't be streaming that day because Lord knows that doctors are never on time. And you get to be there for probably all the 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll sit in the waiting room for 30 minutes to an hour. Talk with the doctor for 5 to 10 minutes. Like, it's just... I hate it. Yeah, I mean, I might at some point call and ask if they can make it a telehealth. But knowing them, the people who made an appointment somehow during a doctor's lunch hour. That's like the biggest load of crap. I mean, yes, everyone does deserve lunch. Everyone does deserve to have a lunch break. But if your staff made a mistake like that, then you need to, like, either stay later that day or push your lunch back a little bit or make some kind... You can't expect a patient to wait 2+ months. Like, and I said to her, I was like, you know, I've had my blood work done. I'm not having more blood work done. Like, I'm, they can go over whatever they want to go over there. Like, hopefully, I mean, I already know everything's okay because I can look on the panel, I can look at the portal myself. But I was like, hopefully everything's okay with my blood work because I haven't seen her. This is like, this is the stupidest thing. Like I said, I literally got like, and this is what made me even more frustrated, was that they had sent me last week like a confirmation thing. Like, say yes, no, or reschedule to like confirm, cancel, or reschedule the appointment. So why wasn't it flagged then? Why wasn't it flagged at that point that the appointment was at the wrong time? Why is it the day before? I was just, oh God, I was so annoyed. Honestly, maybe that's the reason that I ended up just like disassociating on the couch for a while. It's like I just didn't. I was just frustrated. No, I get that that's like automated, but it should be like in the system, I guess. Like something should ping, or there should be some kind of like, hey, there's an issue here. Like, if they tried to make an appointment with a doctor, after the office is closed or whatever, like it should send like a notification to like the main people to be like, hey, went to send out this confirmation thing. I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't be that difficult to code into that kind of a system. If you have to double check your availability a week before, they should too. Yes. Yes. And the urge when they're like, okay, that's this amount of copay, to be like, oh, I'm sorry, they canceled on me, with like less than 24 hours notice last time. So, I actually don't have to pay you today. That urge is so high. You know what? It's not worth messing with that tiny strand. Not difficult to code, but no one wants those emails. Everyone already gets too many emails. Yeah, well, nobody wants this either. Things happen, yeah. Yeah. No, and again, I'm not, and I said this to the receptionist. I was like, I'm sorry I sound frustrated. I said my frustration is not at you. I said my frustration is just in the fact that these appointments are difficult to get, and that it's the second time that I've had to reschedule this appointment. And like I need to see like the doctor, unless they just don't think I need to. It's just one of those things where I was like, I'm not mad at you or upset at the situation or like whatever. Because again, like you said, everyone's human. I don't think that she should have to work through her lunch. Like, no, you should get to eat your food and all of that. But it's just like, when they said like, you're gonna have to wait another 2 months, that's where I was like, no. Actually. Like, if I was the one who canceled, then sure, that's on me. I'm gonna have to deal with like the consequences of me canceling. If I canceled the appointment and they're like, well, you're going to have to wait 2 months before the next appointment is available, okay, fine. That's my fault. My bad. But when like the error is on their end and they're like, now you're gonna have to wait 2 months because we had someone not schedule things right, that's where I was like, no. No. Or even, like, if the system just, like, flags the appointment red. Like, so, like Emily said, maybe, like, you open up, like, next week's appointments and just make sure that they're all green. Like, someone isn't double booked. Or that a doctor isn't, like, out sick or something. You know, like, you just double check it and you're like, yep, everything's in the green. We're good to go. Because initially I had to reschedule. I was supposed to see the doctor in December, but I wasn't going to be able to get my blood work done because James was gone. And he wasn't going to be home until after the appointment. And I didn't feel like having my parents drive all the way up just to, like, go to, like, the phlebotomist with me. And when I needed to reschedule in December, they told me that the next available appointment was October. And I was like, I can't wait almost a full year. And that's when they're like, we can do a telehealth instead. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Can you stop pushing the appointment? It should never have been pushed in the first place. Like, it may not, but there's 3 letters about it being pushed. Yeah. That's so frustrating. Because you wait a long time to see these doctors, and like Petrichor said, you end up talking to them for, like, next to no time. And then it's like you're rushed out, and it just... takes 3 months to even see them, right? It's like the government, you know, when you're applying for things and they're like, you absolutely must get this back to us within, you know, this amount of time. But then it takes them like 6 months to a year to get back to you. And you're like, okay, sure. Sure thing. I did also then call the pharmacy. I think I told you guys about this. That remember that one day that I had to take a phone call on stream from the new mail order pharmacy because they were like, we have to give you a different brand of metformin. And I was like, okay, you know, give me the one that I guess that's most similar to the one that I was taking or whatever. And they sent it to me. Guys, if you've ever had an animal express their anal glands, it's a very specific smell. It's one that you will never forget. That is what this medicine smelled like. I gave it to my parents to smell, and their reaction was priceless because they were like, oh my god, that's literally what the smell is. So I did take the time, since I was already, like, I already had to deal with, like, medical stuff today, to call up the pharmacy and be like, yeah, hi, I can't take this. I can't take 3 giant pills that smell like what my dog does when he needs his anal glands expressed. Like, nope. Hands about valid forms of ID needed at pickup. Extra to your license. Did they ask for it once at pickup? Nope. Oh my god. You're like, did I just bring these for my health? Why did you need me to... Oh, that's not frustrating. They just wanted your paperwork to, like, get out of the house, you know? When was the last time that, like, your forms of identification went on a little stroll around town? Unclench and quench, that's a good idea. Everyone, unclench your butt cheeks. Relax your jaw. Unclench whatever you're clenching. And take a sip of water. Because you're beautiful, but you're dehydrated. My paperwork needed a walk, yeah. They get blocked sometimes? Yes. Emily, that's part why dogs will drag their bums on the ground. And a lot of times, there's, like, hypothesis that they can get clogged sometimes due to, grain in their diets. Not that it's a bad thing, but, if you think about what a dog in the wild would eat, it's not going to be grains. But yeah. They basically just, like, they get impacted. It can also be a sign of, like, worms or other issues, yes. It's kind of like a multi-purpose tactic. Do it automatically when they poop, or other times sometimes they can get clogged. Yeah, genetic factors. Yeah, most of the time it's like expressed naturally when they go to the bathroom. But, like, sometimes if they've been sick, maybe they've been going to the bathroom a lot, or they have, like, an upset tummy. Thanks, I can go back to bed now. Good night. These fish are so light over here. Like, I swear I just stitched up some fishies. They're really light. Never needed to express any of them. Yeah. I don't know the smell. I don't need to or want to know the smell. See, the thing with me is that Patch has needed them to be expressed once. But do they sometimes express it on their own when they are not doing a number 2? Yes. Like, sometimes they can fart. Or something like that, and you'll just smell it. So Patch has done that a number of times. Our Pity Mix Cooper used to have that issue too. And so sometimes there's just, like, it's a fart and it's just, they, like, express that gland and it just stinks then. Not the wet farts. Literally, that's what this one medicine smelled like, Petrichor. So bad. And the pills are massive. And I was like, there's no way, number one, that I could, like, actually... I would not be able to get past the smell. But I it's like, what if it ends up, like... You know, people who eat a lot of, like, certain kinds of food, sometimes, like, you know... I'm like, what if I end up, like, smelling like that? Like, what if it ends up smelling like when I get, like, if I'm working out in the yard in the summer and I'm sweating and it just smells like animal anal glands. Like, no, you burp it. Oh my god, yeah. Then look at us like it was our fault and leave the room, yeah. I would not be taking pills that smelled like dog poop, yeah. Oh! No. Oh no. I just, I want to know why. Because clearly, this other manufacturer that I have been taking, they make the same medication without the smell. So why can they do it, but this other, like, are they, like, what part of the process is making one smell that way and the other smell they're tablets. Yeah, like, what ingredient is added or removed, or what step of the process is different? Like, what aspect is so vastly different that they look the same? They do the same thing for your body, but one smells like you just... One smells like dog butt juice in a bottle. Uses a shitty filler. Oh, God. I love you guys. I don't know why it's, like, so hard to see them. Whatever. Speaking of fillers, I hate that companies put soy and gluten in pills. Why? Yeah, I would agree with Sharn. Probably some kind of, like, binding. Doesn't help any for people who can't have soy or gluten. It's like, for animals, a lot of their food, like for dogs, I should say, a lot of dog food uses pea fiber, like peas, the vegetable. And as far as like for Patch being a Dalmatian and having his bladder stones, peas are one of the worst foods for dogs who develop bladder stones, like the kind that he has, I should say. I should preface, there's different kinds of bladder stones in animals. But the kinds that he has, pea protein and all that stuff is terrible. So like a lot of, you know, traditional treats and stuff like that, we have to double check and make sure that that isn't it. And if you look at the majority, like the ingredients of a lot of like dog foods and stuff like that, or treats, a lot of them use pea fiber as the filler or the binder. God, I made a knot in this thread. Yeah, like the vegetable peas. Although Patch has it and he's like, yeah, this is gonna bind my pea. Gonna bind it into a solid. Yeah, it's probably either cheapest or like easiest, like stability wise. Like I know for like certain medications, like having them be able, like shelf stable or whatever. Oh my god. Pea fiber that binds his pea. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely frustrating when the meds that you need or you're told to take don't work for you for one reason or another. Like the last time that I saw my endocrinologist, I was on the Effexor, and I had to say that I'm not on that anymore, and then they're like, please list the reason, and I was like, it gave me hives. Like, what reason are you no longer taking this? Because evidently my body said this is bad. Don't know why, don't know what aspect. But so I I also almost crashed out today because I went to turn my computer on to get ready to stream. And I pushed the power button and my computer didn't start. I was like, huh, that's weird. Turned the computer off at like the power source, like in the back of the tower. Turned it back on. Pushed the power button again, nothing. And I'm like, if my computer's dead, I'm done. Like, that's it. I'm no longer I can't, nope. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is going, like, why? And I look at, like, my computer is plugged into, like, a backup battery, like a emergency, it's a surge protector backup battery combo. And I was like, huh, I wonder if, like, you know, maybe that went bad. You know, that can happen. So I held the power button down. Chat, I think one of the cats walked on the power thing and turned it off because the power, like that whole backup thing, that system was just off. So I was like, oh, thank God. So everything like loaded up after that, but I was like, oh gosh, I'm about to have to go into Discord and be like, I guess I'm never streaming again. It's massive. I don't think I could mount it. It's because it's like a battery backup, so it's chunky. Way to go, cats, yeah. But I was like, oh no, I'm about to become like an Instagram streamer. I could do it from my phone. No, it's like it's a surge and battery. Here, hold on, I'll take a picture. It's a big guy. It's a big brick. So, I might see if I can't put something over like that power button area to try and keep it from getting stepped on again. But yeah, I need to make sure, I guess, that it can breathe. Because I don't know if it can overheat. I'm not sure. Yeah, so like one side of like the power thing is connected to backup batteries. So, like that's a battery too. So if the power goes out, I have like a decent amount of time before like my computer would shut off. And I could also use like I could plug my phone in, say like the power was out. I could plug my phone in and use that as like the backup battery and like charge it. So, and then the other side is just a surge protector. So like one side is for battery backup and the other is for surge. Metal cage. Yeah, I was like, oh god, something. A hamster cage. I mean, if I'm gonna get a hamster cage, I'm gonna get one with like all the really colorful, you know, tunnels and things like that. I always love those ones. They're not necessarily, they're a pain in the butt to clean. Those hamster cages never clean well. The battery needs its enrichment. It beeps whenever it's in use and it's really loud, so if the power goes out in the middle of the night, it just screams at you till it's back on. Oh. I hate that for you. I hate that. Alright, so we're done with the fish in this area. We now have the scuba merman. So, the mer dude. The current scuba, eventual merman. So, what we're going to do is we're going to stop stitching because we're going to open up my stitching program, and just like how we designed the mermaid, like this part, this is my design, so we're going to work on that. We're not going to do any part of the pattern that is paid, you know. We're just going to be over here. Merdude and Merdudette. Mermaid Man. Wait. Wait. Chat, should we make Mermaid Man? Alright, let me move this out of the way. And now we're gonna have the equivalent of a male maid. It's a butler, so a mer butler. Merlad and Merlass. This random mermaid man in a cross stitch. Alright, so I need... Let me pull up this pattern so that I can look at where things are. So we're going to just make a couple, like this is the wiggly water that I just stitched. So I basically, I can't make his fin go past this. Merfolk, you're right. It's like, this is like my bottom, there we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to make it so that you guys aren't like seeing random, there we go. Who's to say that a mermaid is gendered? True. None of these colors are accurate. These are just the ones that are like preloaded. This here is up 1, 2, 3. This is the fish that I made. So he can't go past this. And then I have one more section of water. That's what I think I'm going to do. We're going to try and keep him like in that that tall position. Which is why I have to kind of play with where things are going to go. Cuz I definitely like that idea. This is the other part of the water there. And then there's a turtle over here. But we're gonna make his head first. And then we can move everything around. Because we're gonna keep the head the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm gonna need to count. Hold on. This is 10, 20, 30. It's Lego hair. It is. All right, hang on. So 10. That's there. Down another 10. And then I think that goes right there. Double check here. Hang on. 1, 2 full. 2 full. And that. Okay. So that's the room that we're working with. This is the room that we've got. How many is this? This dude has a big head. He does. Oh, wait, hold on. This has to shift over slightly. Wait. Sorry, that's in the right spot, but not in the right spot. That has to be here. What 9 squares? Yeah, these guys have big heads. Alright. The worst part is that he's got this snorkel on, so I'm gonna have to, like, adjust his face. I don't know. That might work. One, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 5. Here? Okay. Yeah, this is all the space that I have to work with. Yep. That's why I was counting everything out. It's like where the scuba diver is. Oops. There you go. This is him right here. So that's all the room that I've got. Okay, and he technically has his arm go out this way. And then this way. Yeah, he's up and down. Okay. So if we made him he doesn't have a shirt anymore. Did we give him abs? Did we give him some back stitching? All right. So that's torso in the pattern. So then I have this area for Finn. Now, I need to keep in mind what merman isn't ripped. Listen, I think if you were swimming all day, every day, anyone would be ripped. Give him floaties. Give him water wings. Okay, now technically I also have, there's some bubbles and stuff for the outline, which I don't necessarily, I don't have to worry about that because I haven't committed to doing that yet, but I just want to know where it is just in relation to things in case I do end up caring, you know? So that would be here. Golly, that's a tight spot. I think it's just poke check. And if you don't have it, it would show, if you... Yeah, if you have it, it doesn't show up. I think that's the... So now the other thing... He does... Okay, hold on. We're going to... Ah! Sir? Oh my gosh. We're going to scooty him down just a little bit. Because he technically has some bubbles above his head. Can I get... You're not going to be able to see that. Why? No. Oh god, no. Symbols on colors. Thank you. Ugh, you know what? Honestly, no. Let's just leave it the way it was. Let's just do that for now. We'll just make this the bubbles. He does, because he was snorkeling before, he does technically have bubbles here that are coming out of his snorkel. And we could, in theory, shift him up because he does not need all those bubbles anymore. Like, I can shift the bubbles around a little bit. Does that make sense? So, originally, there are bubbles like that, and he had, like, the snorkel here. So I've stitched these bubbles. This big bubble and this little bubble. I have not stitched this. So in theory, I could just shift him up. Because there's a turtle over here, but there's nothing else that would get in his way. Like there is... 1, 2... There's a turtle here. So we could scoot him up. All right, as I'm snoozing you once. That doesn't matter. Those are technically different colors, so I'll leave that. Okay. So now if we look at our mermaid girls, if we have kind of None of the mermaids are up and down in that perspective. How many stitches on average are their tails? 13-ish on that one. 8, 9. So about 13 tall. Just to like try and keep perspective similar. Because I'm thinking like if it comes down like this and then the tail's like this way. He's gonna have to move up. Yep. Kind of like bent. Wait. Kind of bent. Dinner time, chat. Alright, so he's going to have to just... Oh, golly. We're gonna move him. Ready? Ah! He's been decapitated! So the turtle has an eye there. Just in case we don't want him to be like... they're like... You know? Having like some kind of a staring contest. Yeah, this feels chatting. If they were level with each other, that to me feels confrontational. Like if they were looking at each other like in the eye. This feels like we're looking at each other, but we're not here to fight. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. One of the things that I was going to do real quick is this is where the border is if I decide to do the border. So like I wouldn't want to go past there. But I don't think I want to go closer to the turtle than that because now it's... Oh my god, stop. It's part of the border. It's part of the border. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Don't look at that, chat. Wait. Where did my window go? No, damn it. Where did it go? Hello? There we go. It's the border. right here. No, I would have to move the whole border then. I'd have to redo the whole thing. And then I would have... The spacing would be messed up. So no, I will not move the border. That's too much. The bubbles are near his butt, gassy boy. In theory, I wouldn't mind if his tail covers up the bubbles. Like, I'd be okay with that, too. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's mirrored, so I wouldn't want to change it. Sorry for the ads, y'all. Alright, this is what the other mermaid tails look like. See, I'm okay with even making his... like, smaller. That's the wrong axis. I always do that. Nope, that's not right either. So this is the other mermaids? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna scoot this over here. I honestly don't mind this. Can give him a beard. Thank you all for sitting through ads. We are just... messing with mermaid fins. So... This would, hang on. Oops. No, dang it. Also, let's save that. I was about to say, not the spinning wheel. Alright, so... this comes up here. This goes this way. Up 1, 2. Hang on. So it does technically go over... I don't even know what I did. I mean, it could. I just feel like it gives it shape. Like, if I scoot it this way, is it going to look like it's coming... like, if it's touching the tail up here, is it going to look okay or not? Do you know what I mean? Because, like, you want it to have... because if I scoot it over... I guess that's okay, too. Hang on, here's what we're gonna... copy. Stop! Like, I love this program, but sometimes it makes me a little crazy. Alright, hang on. This way I can, like... I don't lose the original, but I can also mess with the... save it real quick, too. Alright. So, Pippin, that's not your food. Hey! No, ma'am. Not yours, miss. Alright. Gosh. Okay. So, we can move the tail over like that. And then if we still want if we still want the bubbles, they would be there like that. So if I wanted to do the border, which I'm not sold on, I could in theory... oh, it's like almost like his tail is covering part of the border. So there are the two options. Let's put them on the same level. Oh, he needs one more arm. One more arm bit. Because I scooted it over. Apparently random tourists without... Do you see her? She figured out where the food was. Hi. You're so very smart. She's such a stinker. So the girl mermaids also have like a dark detail where their fins meet their skin. So like we could do that too. One extra light red square on the left, 2 down from the dark red. On the left. Like, remove that? Is that what you're... I don't know what you're... That's too thin. I don't know where you're... On the left. 2 down. Dark red. Like, add... What? Oh, take that out? Or... I don't... Sorry, Add one. One up from the one you just removed. Add one here, like that. Oh, yeah, I feel like it's really thick there. If that makes like there's not a lot of negative space. It feels very heavy. Now, I mean, the other thing that we could do as well is make the tail itself smaller. I'm not necessarily worrying about them matching, because I'm not going to be stitching them both. And if I take the way over here, then I feel like it's too skinny. Like that isn't connected now in my mind. So it doesn't matter if they match to me. This is changing like the trajectory almost of the tail. Like, oh, adding one there helps. The other nice thing is we don't have to make a decision now. I can save this. I can print this out. We can live with it for a while. I mean, the other thing is, like, he's a pretty good distance away from this little turtle. We could, like, scoot him up more. But then I feel like we would be changing... I don't know. Yeah? Oh. Yeah, I've already stitched some of the bubbles. I haven't stitched these bubbles here, but I have stitched some of them. I mean, I can pull them out too. I was just trying to make it work with. Copy. Paste. Hang on. Okay. Let me quickly sketch in this little turtle. Also, Petrichor, what villager was it? Sorry, I saw that and I completely didn't ask. And I meant to. I'm locked in. Miranda, she was walking around with a thought bubble. Wait. Wait, like she was thinking that she wanted to move in? Or she was like she wanted a hotel room and she needed you to make her one. Sorry. Oh, no worries, Elle. Alright, so if we remove that, and let's just take all of this for right now. See, now kiss. That's the only thing, is that now it's weird. Maybe we can do that. Came to visit, didn't have anywhere to stay, so I took her to the hotel. The only room left is the VIP room. Interesting. Like, does the VIP room change depending on the villager? Or is it like one VIP room? How is his fin? Like that. Now kiss. You get to make a VIP room every time someone uses it? Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. What happened to your tail? Why is it weird? What? Why? What happened? I don't understand. You don't know the difference between the two unless you talk to them. Now, if you talk to them and they have the I want to move thought bubble and you don't want them to move, you can just quit the game. Did I make his booty a little... I made his booty a little, like... Hey! Okay, hold on. I see what I did. He a little extra sassy. Okay. It's because I moved it straight up instead of shifting it. I moved it like this instead of here. So he went, hey! I mean, you can ask them to stay. If you don't ask them to stay, then someone else will think about moving. So that's your way of getting them to leave if you want them to. That's the trick. All right, hold on. Now these are all wrong. So let's change that. That's up here. We're making, if you're coming in now, or you're just checking back in, I'm redesigning part of a pattern. And I wanted to turn a scuba diver into a mermaid, so I have a limited amount of space in which to make that happen. So what I'm trying to do is make it happen without changing a ton of the pattern. So certain aspects of the pattern are already locked in, like this part here, this water down here, and the fish and the water here, and the turtle over here. Like, there are certain parts that I can't move. And the mermaid has not been made yet. So I'm currently... That's what I'm doing. If you're just stopping in and you're like, what is happening? So that gives us more of the bubbles on the side. He covers up less of them that way. Oh wait, this needs... No, this needs to get scooted over. Isn't there a gap in the border there? Where? This is the border that I'm, like, kind of putting into place now. Yeah, I can show you. This is... God damn it, Megan, no. We're doing this again. White. But I can't do white or you guys won't be able to see what I'm doing. My mouse just died. So this is the actual pattern right here. This is the area that we're working on. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the border or not, but I want to leave it there just in case I want to. Yeah, no, they're white bubbles right there. I guess I could make it a gap. Oh god. What, you want me to change the color of the bubbles? Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. No. Oh god, don't fill the blank area. Yeah, I mean, in theory, I could rework... God damn it. I just need to, like, minimize this pattern. I could always rework this and make, like, the bubbles go outside on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, I could make more bubbles like these. So I could do like... you know, something like that. Yeah. Now here's the question. If we're not gonna do these bubbles in the border, do we like dropping him back down a touch so that he's not staring lovingly into these turtles' eyes? Like giving him a little more breathing room? Like we could still remove this bubble and scoot him up a little bit. But I also love that I'm sitting like in a total shrimp. Like this is why you have back problems when you design things. I'm sitting so like I don't know why either. Like I've got a normal desk. Why am I sitting like that? Why does that become like the go-to? Why do we hunch like that, chat? Here, so what if we scoot this down 2? Oh my god. For reeking, stop. Okay. I blame boobs. Honestly. Yeah. Evidently it's time to play with her crinkle ball again, chat. Oh, she took it and ran. She said, yoink! Alright, that might be it. Because now there's a little bit of space in between everything. It no longer feels like we're about to watch an interspecies romance happen. The tail isn't right. What did I do? Now it's right. Right? She's screaming again. I mean, in theory, I could even... That might even be better. Like, I was trying to... No, the tail's okay now. Oh, delay. Like, I was trying to follow the same sort of body shape that they gave him, but I almost feel like that's better. He feels less anorexic. Like, he was too angular before. And the spacing's good with all the bubbles. He's not... He's like, look at my pecs. Look at him. Alright. We did it, chat. We squeezed a merman in. So next time we'll stitch him up. And he'll go right there. Now obviously colors and things might change. I just was using the colors that are in this program. I don't have any bright, vibrant red like that in this pattern. So if you're like, wow, Megan, that doesn't look... Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's not going to be exactly that. I'm just using what they gave me in the program because I didn't feel like importing all the colors. So, hooray. All right. We'll go ahead and print that up too. Yeah. Well, actually what I'm going to do... Yeah, we're going to keep the red. It's just going to be... the color of the crab. So it'll be red, but just not quite that same like vibrant red that's on the computer screen, you know? Colors in your monitor and all that. So what I can actually do is I can select... Here, I'll show you guys. Yes, we'll do two reds. So what I can do is select this, and I think that I should be able to say, yeah, print current selection. Other bubbles back now. What bubbles? They're there. Oh, it would be like here, I want to say. So yeah, we could put the bubble back. We could just put it there too. We could also make it smaller if we wanted to. We could just do like, you know, we can kind of play around. We can see how it looks without. We can add it back in. We can change the size or shape of it. But I feel like after we stitch him, we can play with that. I wasn't as concerned about those bubbles since they weren't there. They didn't... If you look, I only stitched... This is the area that we were just designing. All right. GG's, chat. Way to go. Good problem solving. It took four iterations, but we got there. And this is what it's like to design patterns. And that's just one portion of the pattern. You know? Sometimes you end up like wanting to just cry a little bit. Yes, Animal Crossing tomorrow. We should get terraforming, which I'm very excited about, so we can start moving things around and really making the island look how we want. I think that we have one more villager that we can also hunt for. So, it'll be fun. A lot of progress today. Honestly, yeah. Especially considering that we had to stop so much for Pippin Scritches. There was quite a bit of that. Hi, when did you get here? She's lying on the heated mat like she wasn't just screaming with the ball. Alright. Sure. I'm losing my mind. It's fine. I didn't have much of a mind to begin with. Anyway! Thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your time zone wherever you're at. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. We will be playing some Animal Crossing. Thank you so much for keeping me company while we cross-stitched and designed a little merman. Yeah, if you'd like to join Discord, by the way, there you go. You're free if anyone wants to play later. Ooh. I'll have to see what I'm up to. Alright. I'm just gonna run, because I have to go and cook dinner. So, I love you all.